Alright, today we are going to be working on our company bios. Now on this project there is a few things you're going to need to complete before you actually begin working on the project. The first one is the partner interview. Now you've already completed this partner interview. You should have your paper with all of your partner's information. You're going to need to save this because it may take you several days to finish your company bios, and you want to make sure you have that note piece of paper with all of the information on it. But once you have that, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take a picture of ourselves. Our partner is going to take a picture of themselves, and then that will make it easy for you to put both pictures in your company bio. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up Photo Booth. You can go ahead and click on the little magnifying glass up in the upper right corner and start typing photo. And then one of the first things that should pop up is Photo Booth. So when it does, you can go ahead and just hit enter or click on it, whichever is easiest for you. And once it opens, you are going to get a box that looks like this where you can see yourself. Now, what we are going to do is you're going to take one picture of yourself. You don't need to take two unless you mess up on the first one, then you can take a second one, that's fine. But I want to make sure that you're not just playing around and clicking a bunch of photos. If you do, you're going to get marked out on this project. So you just need one good photo. So what you're going to do is you're going to look right at the camera. You're going to click on this camera button down here, and you're going to get a countdown. You're going to smile, and then once the picture is taken, we are going to export that picture. So I'm going to click on it. You can control and then click. Sorry. Make sure it's highlighted, and you're going to hit control. Then you're going to click on it and hit export. Once you hit export, we need to make sure a couple of things. First, you might get a screen that looks like this. Click on the down arrow and make sure that you go to BoxSync, CEO, CEO Challenge, Student Work, and then click on your name. Once you have your name clicked, you're going to change this to your number, your name, and then photo. Now that that's saved, and your partner will do one as well, you're going to be able to input that picture into your file. So the next thing we're going to do is open up our BoxSync folder. We're going to go to CEO, CEO Challenge, and we're going to go to our workbook. This should always be open. We should have our workbook at all times before we work on any project. The project today starts on page 35, and as always, you can follow along with the workbook. You can see that the questions here, the things you're going to be putting in, this is the information you got on your partner. So you are going to open up the template named Company Bio. So we'll go to BoxSync folder, CEO, CEO Challenge, Student Template, because it asks us to open a template. We're still in Unit 1, and we know that because this project says Unit 1, Project 4. We're going to open up Unit 1, and we're going to find the one that says Company Bio. Once it opens up, the very first thing we want to do is we want to save this file. You should do this at the beginning of every project. So we're going to go to File, Save As. Now I'm noticing a lot of people are just saving right away, and usually it's set to save in Documents or maybe Desktop, but you need to make sure you're clicking on BoxSync, CEO, CEO Challenge, and Student Work. If you don't do this and click on your folder, then you're not going to be saving your document in the right spot, and you're not going to get a grade for it. So we're going to save this as 18 Mr. Swift, and it's going to be your number, your name, and then company bio. And then go ahead and click Save. Once you've got that done, we are going to follow along with the instructions. The first thing it asks us to do is to replace student name with your name in the header. So we're going to click on the header. We're going to change this to your name, and then today's date. Now, And we're going to follow along step by step to make sure we have all of the right information in here. We can do that and make sure that ours ends up looking a lot like this sample. So the sides, the left side is the first person, the second person is your partner, and then you're going to put all of your information. You get this information for yourself, and you've got it on your partner interview worksheet. So you need to make sure that you replace the company name with your name. That's the first thing we want to do. So I'm Summit Nutrition and Fitness. Now, there's actually different boxes in here that are hard to see right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Command A. I'm going to hold Command and press A. That highlights everything in here. And then I'm going to click this box right here. Now, if you don't see this box, it might be because your Word document is too small. So watch this. You don't need to do this unless you can't see it. So if I shrink this down to make it smaller, I don't end up seeing everything up here. So if you don't see that box, you need to grab and make sure you spread this out till you see this box right here. Now I'm going to click on the box and go to this one that says All. This will let me see all the different squares, and it makes it easy to know where my text goes and where my pictures go. Once I'm done with my document, I've got all of my text, my picture, all of my text, the picture, then I'm going to highlight everything and turn these off. But for now I want them on, so go ahead and click All. Up in this top left corner you're going to put your picture, so I'm going to go to File. I've clicked on it right here. Or I'm sorry, not File, we're going to go to Insert. So it's up at the top left, and you want to make sure you're on Word. So if you're on something else, it's not going to work. So you need to click on the document. You go to Insert, and we're going to go to Photo. We're going to pick Picture from File. Now, we are going to find this the opposite way that we saved the photo. So we're going to go to Box Sync, CEO, CEO Challenge. We're going to go to Student Work, our number and name, and then we are going to find our photo. So you're going to click it, and then I need to make sure that I make it small enough so it doesn't take up too much of the space, and we should always make sure we click on it, control click, wrap text, and make sure it's on none. When it's on none, it's easier to move around. Again, to turn wrap text off, you hold control, you click on it, you go to wrap text, and you go to none. Now I can move it wherever I want to move it on the side. I'm going to put my partner's picture right here. You're going to find your partner's picture after they take it. If they haven't taken their picture yet, just go ahead and start typing in your information here, their information here, and then once they've taken their picture, then you can add their picture. And remember, you are going to insert all of your information based off of your accomplishments, the things that interest you, your education, your background, your values, your personal goals. This is really a document about you as a person, owning the company, and the person who's a partner with you in this company. Okay. Once you're done and you've got this all typed up, and remember it should look like the sample here, 2 pictures, and next to each picture there's information about the person. Once you have that done, and throughout you're going to hit File Save. You don't need to do File Save As anymore. You don't need to go to File Save As because you've already done that. You just need to go to Save. And then once you hit Save, it's going to save your document. Once you're done, go ahead and exit off, and you can begin working on the next project.